So today we begin with a conversation about a former great Minnesota Timberwolf who is clearly not in a New York state of mind after the Timberwolves beat his New York Knicks. We're going to break down the return of Cat to Target Center and, of course, look forward to Christmas Day. Thanks so much for tuning into the Timberwolves Digest. As always, North America, I'm Dave Dabbah, and I bring you daily Minnesota Timberwolves news, trade reports, trade rumors, and, of course, a little bit of commentary. A big show for you today. We're going to recap what went down at Target Center last night and also look forward to the Minnesota Timberwolves flight and game against the Denver Nuggets. Hey, if you are new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. We are closing in on 1,000 subscribers. I want to thank everybody out there for all of your support. Now, as always, I like to start the show off by asking you, the Timberwolves fans, a question. And I want to know what your thoughts are on the keys to actually beating the Nuggets on Christmas Day. Now, of course, Jokic is going to do what Jokic does, and Ant-Man, I'm sure, will show up. I think for the Timberwolves, some of the keys to success for this team rely in both Dante DiVincenzo and, of course, Rudy. Now, Rudy has been on fire of recent note, at least from a rebounding perspective. In the Denver Nuggets game, he not only has to deal with Jokic, but he's also going to have to deal with Valanciunas. Now, Aaron Gordon is still out. Christian Brown is out. We're not sure yet if Cam Johnson, who's had a knee issue, is going to be available. But this is a different Denver Nuggets team versus last year's team. It's actually faster. They can play at a faster pace than they have in previous years. Tim Hardaway Jr. is on the team, and they brought back Bruce Brown. You can expect Spencer Jones and Peyton Watson to actually be in the starting lineup. Look, I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions on the keys to success for our Timberwolves on Christmas Day. All right, so we are going to move on now and get into where our Timberwolves actually stand. Now, when Christmas is over, it is entirely possible that our Timberwolves will leapfrog the Los Angeles Lakers and actually be in fourth place in the Western Conference. This Minnesota Timberwolves team has absolutely been on fire over the past couple weeks. 8 out of their last 10 games, they've actually walked away with wins. So, Cat's return to Target Center, I think for the second time, got a standing ovation by the Minnesota Timberwolves fans at the end of the game. I pulled up one of the quotes so you guys can all see. I've got a second quote as well coming from Cat. I think it was just simply great to see Cat back. He ended up putting up 40 points in the game. Ant-Man was just too short of that with 38 in the Timberwolves 115-104 win at home against the New York Knicks. We'll go to another quote for you. You could be at peace with the trade, but it still stings when you're not walking in the locker room, coming to the amazing state city and realizing you're not going to the training facility anymore and know you're in a hotel. I think it actually just hits differently. Now, personally, as you all know, I've been following the Timberwolves since their inception, and the Cat has always been probably, I would put this in, one of my top 4 all-time Minnesota Timberwolves players. I always thought that the Cat was totally classy, both on and off the court. And yeah, he has his deficiencies here and there. And yes, you can criticize certain things. But the Cat has always been truly a lovable character for the Minnesota Timberwolves when he was a member of this team, and certainly did a lot to revive this Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I thought the standing ovation that he got towards the end of the game last night was absolutely justified and clearly hit him in a good way. All right, so in terms of the game last night and why our Timberwolves ultimately ended up winning. Well, 115-104 was the final. Julius had a big night. Rudy, as I mentioned, you just have to take your eyes and go to the rebounding portion of the statistics. 16 boards for him last night. I thought Dante, from an assist perspective, at times actually looked like a real point guard. I'm not going to say that Dante is a real point guard, and certainly there was some revenge on his mind as well. And there's also been a significant amount of rumors about the New York Knicks wanting to get Dante DiVincenzo back. I don't think there's a chance that that's going to actually happen, especially considering just how well this Minnesota Timberwolves team has been playing of late. Ant-Man did what the Ant-Man can do night in and night out as long as he's healthy and has had a good night of sleep. Poured in 38 last night and was just all over the place. I also highlighted Bones Hyland just simply to say that he got really hot in the first half of the game, scored 9 points, also had 4 assists in the game, didn't score at all in the second half of the game, but was hot at one point earlier in the game. I think Bones Hyland, depending on the kinds of minutes he gets, are keys to the Timberwolves' recent success. We'll talk a little bit more about Bones in just a little bit. Plus, he does have the best first name in the NBA, hands down. All right, speaking of cool names, Ant-Man had a couple quotes last night's game as well during the post-game in-locker interview. It's still like kind of weird, but that's my brother, man, and I love him. So whenever he and then salute and be on the side and cheer for him. So then the reporter asked, did you know that he had 40? And he said, no, not really. I didn't even know he got 40 until after the game. I mean, what a special talent he is. But yeah, I definitely wasn't trying to match him or nothing. Love the Ant-Man post-game interviews, especially the ones that actually come in the locker room. All right. So love to get your thoughts and opinions, especially as we go to look forward to Christmas Day. This Minnesota Timberwolves team has been absolutely on fire. The Nuggets are coming off of a loss in Dallas, 131-130. Cooper Flagg is playing like an all-star at this point. The Nuggets are clearly missing Aaron Gordon. Now, as I mentioned, this Nuggets team has some other players that weren't on the team in the past couple years. Bruce Brown coming back to the team this year. And then, of course, Tim Hardaway Jr., I think, has been a key piece. Also, I want to point out that Jamal Murray has been playing extraordinarily well and has been playing at an all-star level. I think the keys to success for our Timberwolves against the Nuggets rely heavily on the ability of our team to get and win the rebounding stat line for the night. And then, of course, keeping turnovers to a minimum. Beat the Nuggets on the board, and you've got a really good chance of actually winning the game. Lose the rebounding war against the Nuggets, and you're probably not going to win. All right, love to get your thoughts and opinions on all of this. Please go ahead and drop your comments in. Once again, I want to thank everybody out there for all of your support on the Timberwolves Digest. New to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, as always, for the Timberwolves Digest. I'm Dave Dabbah, wishing you all a tremendous rest of your sports viewing day.